Hey guys, I'm back. Um, I wanted to share a trick with you. My last video was about drugs and alcohol, and we're gonna go talk about kind of the opposite. And you know, in my culture, we call it prayer and fasting. So the opposite of drinking and eating too much and getting a hangover is spending a lot of time. For me, it's prayer. For you, it could be whatever you wanted to do on a spiritual level, but prayer and then denying yourself food. So that's the fasting part. Um, I'm Catholic, so we have a couple different ones. The water fast is very common, and that is when there's nothing permitted except water. And then there's also the Daniel fast and this one I'm not too familiar with. But I've done it, I believe, before, and you stick to legumes, beans, vegetables, and grains and such, and you don't get to eat meat and fish. So basically, you're a vegetarian. So that's kind of cheating. But there's been times where I've had way too much meat and cheese and stuff, and I was thinking of it, and I did a natural Daniel fast, but that's a different story. But the water fast, folks, like when you eat and drink and get stressed out and the cortisol's in your body and that all that mixes together, it makes a really toxic cocktail in your body. And yes, a lot of the foods we eat are not good. I mean, I hate to say it, especially in America, a lot of the stuff we eat has a lot of garbage in it. Pesticides, you know the whole story. I don't need to get into all the details of that. But I'm just saying, when you give your body a break, when you give your kidneys a break from processing protein, when you give your liver a break from processing sugar and carbs, and I'm sure fat and all other stuff it has to break down, liver, kidneys, your organs, they all get a break. And when you're drinking water, they get flushed out. And every holy book has written about it, whether it's from Eastern religions, Western religions, it doesn't really matter. They all talk about fasting and how it's purifying to your body, mind, and soul. And you do see what you take for granted. You do feel what the poor of the world feel, and what the people who do have to go hungry. You do get to feel what they feel, and I think that's part of why Muslims do Ramadan is to feel what the poor feel. And I know the Mormons have a fast donation where what they would have spent on a meal, they save it or they donate it, and the church does. So whatever that is, I'm saying, I'm going off on a tangent. Basically, it makes you realize what you take for granted, the food on your plate. And it also makes you realize you can operate without food. And I always do coffee. Coffee helps with the hunger. I drink plenty of water. And pray to God. I pray to God to forgive me. Um, I pray to God for a lot of things. And if you don't believe in God, you don't have to pray to God. Whatever religion you are, you can pray to your God, or you can get into a meditation thing. Like, go and find yourself a meditation program. Go find yourself a mindfulness program. Go sit out in the woods and just listen to the birds. Like, put a yoga mat or blanket down in the woods and just sit and listen to the birds and listen to nature and just be present within your body. I can't tell you what's going to work for you. You're going to have to put some effort and go and experiment with different things. And that's what's so amazing about this, is that you can go and experiment. You can go and we're all human and we're all different and we're all special and we're all children of God, and different things work. What works for me will not work for you, maybe. So, but I have my Catholic prayers, I do my rosary, and then I am interested in other religions, and I do listen to, I do other meditations and different things, and I say my Catholic prayers, and I do my positive affirmations, and you can make yourself a real nice routine. And the prayer thing is every day for me, and the gratitude thing is every day for me. And the fasting, when you'll need it. And it's another thing that you need to practice a lot, but it's when you know you've overindulged. It's, like, let's say you've been eating way too much, or you've been way too much in your physical body, in your flesh, we call it, like, too much dependent on food, too much dependent on drugs and alcohol, too much dependent on sex, even, of course, like all those things that you get a physical pleasure from, but it's not all about the mouth feel. It's not all about the body feel. It's not all about pleasure. When you take that away, you appreciate it a whole lot more. Like, you appreciate it a whole lot more, and your liver, your kidneys, your digestive system gets a huge rest. You get a huge rest, and you'll feel so much better. Your body will get flushed out. And it's very healing for the body. And you don't have to believe me. Go do your own research. And people have been doing it for thousands of years. So you might think you're smarter than them, but you're not. I can promise you that. So this is a known thing. It doesn't cost you anything. In fact, you're saving money. And be mindful about it. Like, if you feel down, or if you feel like you're out of control, you've been partying too much, you've been eating too much, you've been too sex obsessed, whatever it is, try fasting and prayer, or fasting and meditation, or whatever the combination of fasting and spirituality you want to do. And that's a must. And you'll know when you need it. And just, if you want to do fasting more an everyday thing, it does work. We don't need to really eat 3 meals a day. And I know a lot of people in the fitness community, at least back in the day when I was younger, used to say, oh, you need to eat 5 meals a day, 5 small meals a day, and that's how you stay. No. Your body can take a break. You don't need to be eating constantly. And breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. Most of the people I know who are fit, including myself, we drink coffee for breakfast and water. And that's really what you need. Like, if you're not hungry, don't eat. Don't just eat for passing time. If you're hungry, eat. But I'm saying, try the fasting thing. See how you feel. People have been doing it for a while, and it will make you feel better and it will cleanse you. And you can do the most common one's 24 hours for water fast, but in Christian communities and I'm sure other communities, people do way longer than that. They can do 48 hours, 3 days. So it depends on how much cleansing you need. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes below in the comment section. And if you've tried this before or anything like that, I'd love to know about it. And remember, I'm on your team. God's on your team. The universe is on your team. And we want you to be happy. And keep trying. Try new things. Try the hard things. You don't know what you'll learn about yourself.